So timestamps exist in case you just want to skip forward, but really all we need to do here, as I accidentally hit scout and not race, is that, yeah, didn't do too bad. We're going to look at the records just really quickly here, but yeah, we'll try to go through day 2 here. Oh my goodness, my chair. And we'll get to the races in a moment because the game needs to load. And yeah, on this setup, weird things can happen. So, as we check our runner history really quickly, again, just do a really quick overview of basically mainly the results at the moment, current results, but also just to show you just a lot of acceleration. And thankfully I was able to raise a gold chip like this because Smaru here is not doing as well. That being said, it's not like I trained her the best either, so, I mean, yeah. And then I would have liked to run triple aces, but I didn't really get to do that, so I just ended up making whatever here. Whatever you see here, and no groundwork either. I actually wanted to make a runaway Suzuka, but yeah, that didn't happen, so into our entry we go. As always, this is just going to be one entry, and then I will move on so that you can do yours as well. Unless you're not playing Musume, then you can see what, at least how I'm doing. Again, keeping in mind that, oh my goodness, I'm looking at a thing. Yeah, completely free to play, so I'm doing the best with what I've got. And aside from that, I mean, just the old stories. Didn't really reroll. I did 400 scouts for Kita-san Black. I only got 2 copies, and hey, guess which 2 copies those were? It was the one you get for every 200 scouts. You get a free one. Could have picked something else, but obviously just wanted to pick Kita-san Black. So, as we get into our first race here, again, expect to see a lot of vodkas, expect to see a lot of Taiki shuttles, and then after that, if they're pretty much well made or at least okay, then I can lose, because if Gold Chip decides to get blocked or anything, or if we start with a bad mood, yeah, anything can happen. Again, we'll take a quick look at the other Uma Musume around in the race, but again, just expect at this. Usually day 2 things get a lot more competitive, for me anyway, but I mean, literally still anything can happen. So there's finally another end, by the way. Don't really see a lot of ends as to be expected, because you'll see a lot of Taiki shuttles instead. So, but otherwise, yeah, a lot of properly built Uma Musume here. This is perfectly fine for Taiki shuttle, so whether or not we win is going to be completely in the air. So let's get to the race. Landscape mode, please. And yeah, if you're skipping ahead for the timestamps, then, well, again, just gonna hope that Gold Chip passes through, because Smaru is mainly there to, just to, what I say, stat check? I guess training check anyone else in the lobby, because if Gold Chip gets blocked, Smaru usually ends up in 2nd to 3rd, sometimes 4th, but 4th or below really only if the other... You know, we have a lot of Taiki shuttles and vodkas that are properly built. Obviously, in the first day, at least for my video, previous for this Champions meet, then you saw Taiki shuttles and vodkas that, you know, were missing 200, 300 speed, no mile S, not a lot of XLs. So here, it's a lot more, well, again, the rest of the lobbies here are probably going to be more properly built. So as we start this off here, again, not really much else to look at. I could just fast forward to close to the final leg and the final spurt, but fun to watch what else goes on, because it's easy to miss any skills that don't happen. That being said, so also a really fun thing to note is that for Smaru, I completely forgot to grab Mile Maven for her potentials, which is why you didn't see any Mile Maven, if I even wanted to. But again, due to my training, I usually ended up not getting a lot of skill points because I didn't build a lot of wits cards, I didn't bring a lot of wits cards for the training. The main reason for that is that wits gaming for me just ends up not working. It should actually work consistently, so I'm likely making mistakes here and there, but the times in which I feel it is supposed to be working, wits turns that I hit don't do a lot for me. The energy is nice, obviously, but aside from that, again, during Unity Cup / Aoharu, I really just want to see turns in which I get a lot of Unity training. So as we hope that Gold Chip procs as many XLs as she can, because I completely forgot at a moment as she kind of zips to the inner here for a moment. Yeah, she has to be in the back, and I think she's actually being blocked, so that's really, really funny to see. Goodness gracious. But yeah, as I noticed here, and then you'll see Vodka pull up there as well. You'll see Smaru stay in the top there. Again, she's just there to mainly check. My gold chip being blocked by a Suzuka that couldn't stay on top of the race there. And yeah, off we go. Usually I do a little quick thank you emote if I lose, but I forget at times. So, but yeah, completely forgetting that things like updrafters only proc if I'm in the back. So funny enough, gold chip being in the front can mean bad things. Usually it doesn't, because in Uma Musume that shoots forward during the late end of the race, you wouldn't need to proc updrafters in those cases. But sometimes it's 50-50, especially if there are other late surgers or end closers that end up proccing pump iron and updrafters on top of everything else. But again, that's not usually a worry. So we'll take a quick look around. Yeah, again, you don't even look at Male. We'll look at these Uma squared, check it out. But yeah, you don't need, if you have acceleration. I do think also, I'm of the opinion that those matter just as much, if not more, than getting Mal S. Though that being said, someone who has obviously the Excel skills and Mal S will tend to do a lot better. I'm shrugging in real life. That's the end of the question. Or that's the end of the sentence. So, yep, let's see if gold chip doesn't get blocked this time. So, yeah, if we don't get blocked, if we actually stay in 7-6, which is the sweet spot, we should see gold chip, if she does choose to use every single Excel skill, because note that this one also has ignited power, which comes from Aoharu, for those who don't know, or Unity Cup scenario. Yeah, if all Excels proc, you'll see why any end closer really, but really late surgers, mainly in this champions meet, are can still be effective. And it's probably my only saving grace against properly built or better trained Uma Musume, because again, you could always add more. My gold chip, the first thing to say is that gold chip could have had more wits, which is going to be very important, because I think this one, I always keep forgetting because I look at the wrong racetrack, but this one has the downhill, and it used to be just a big uphill, which means on a downhill, having wits can mean a lot more fun times. But again, ignited spirit power, straightaway spurt, and I think there's one other thing gold chip can proc with if she's in the front 4th place or more. But otherwise, I mean, you'll see gold chip just kind of climb forward as well. There's a vodka coming in, but even if she were to move forward, there's Smaru in her way, so yeah. And if the results didn't already show, Smaru tends to grab 1st place. Shrug, that's all I have to say. So we'll switch to vertical orientation in a moment here. Let me just get through these first 3 races, and then I'll switch just for the sake of thumbnails. Again, I'll repeat over and over again because it's easy to forget, for at least in my opinion, that vertical orientation for races tends to grant me at least better thumbnails. That vodka looks good. Let's take a look. Bad mood, but doesn't really matter. Again, if you excel and everyone else gets blocked, that's one of the main ways to just win a race anyway, even if everything is not perfect. And what I was gonna say is that, well, actually I wait for the timestamp. Yeah, what I was gonna say, if I didn't already say it, is that, yeah, my gold chip tends to still be able to beat better trained or well-trained Uma Musume, but it is based on RNG. And with the runaway Suzuka that's acting properly this time, it will result in Taiki shuttles possibly taking the race. I didn't check the other Taiki shuttles, but pretty much if the Taiki shuttles are well built, 1200 speed, 900 power, 900 wits minimum, sometimes even low as 600 wits, my gold chip will be too far to catch up to. But if things like if Smaru catches up to this Silent Suzuka, don't need to worry as much, but we'll see. Also, looking at my gold chip really quickly there, number 7 in the back, if you haven't seen it, is that, yeah, if I get blocked coming up to this final part, then there will be problems as well. But until that moment, I've clicked to take away the arrows at the moment. Should be kind of relatively obvious. I'm the only one running gold chip and Smaru in this lobby, so shrug. But otherwise, yeah, just looking for a gold chip to proc all the XLs here. She'll shoot forward, and if no one else has Muse's are trained, again, just mainly looking at the vodka. But because I'm running end closers, what tends to happen is that gold chip will just be in the front anyway. So let's see what happens. So yeah, there's an goody cap here. That'll result in Triumphant Pulse, and it takes way too long for my gold chip to catch back up as an end closer, which is why more than a few people will have gone late Surger gold chip as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Now, the real question is, am I going to get 3 wins in this one in my first entry of day 2? Well, we'll find out. But that is a problem. Running into Runaway Suzuka. Sorry, I had a cough. Running into Runaway Suzukas can result in more trouble. And I already knew that going in, but unless you were planning to have the Runaway Suzuka win, or you just were planning to quote-unquote debuff late surgers and end closers, mainly end closers, more so than late surgers, then I don't need to worry, because as we've already seen so far, maybe I've just been lucky, haven't seen as many Runaway Suzukas. Which is the other reason why I ended up not making my own, Runaway Suzuka. Yeah, because I found out that, that was not better for my gold chip. And I want my gold chip to be able to win, because I know Smaru was not going to perform well as well. Particularly because Runaway and No Stopping Me now exists in the way they do. But also because this race course just favors Taiki Shuttle because she got her change as well, so hey. But yeah, otherwise in a non-Runaway Suzuka lobby, I can rely on Gold Chip to win a lot more reliably. But again, she can still win on Runaway Suzuka in a lobby with Runaway Suzukas. It'll just result in a lot of hoping and wishing from my end. So really hoping to get to Finals A in this one entry. But I mean, again, outside of this recording / video, I will be doing it on my own again. Ooh, a Fujikiseki. I've seen Fujikiseki win a few times in the lobbies I've set up for myself. Again, pretty much went through a few practice races myself, if for no other reason than to try out the My Runner setting, which is a very, very nice in case you want to set up lobbies for yourself in the future. And you can just set up lobbies for yourself in the future. And then, yeah, really quick note that 777s I found works better for this CM. But again, Smaru exists mainly to stat check any other Musume who were not trained properly. My gold chip looks like she can be blocked here, so we're hoping for a lot as we round this final corner. Ignited Spirit Power into Pump Iron, into Straightaway Spurt, into Updrafters, question mark? It's looking a little sus, but we'll find out. We did proc and close the straightaways at an opportune moment, but unless Vodka or Oguri Cap, if either of those two Musume go forward, then I could still lose this race. Yeah, as you see there, Oguri kept creeping up. But hey, it's fine, get drop kicked. Oh my goodness, got drop kicked. Oh my goodness, hell, Gold Chip drop kicked so hard that everything time stopped. Oh my goodness, well, this is funny to see. Well, I wonder if I have to edit this video. That's really, really funny, by the way. That's why we're recording as a content creator. But otherwise, I wonder, can I go anywhere else? I can go other places. But as you can see here, fun times ahead. I think I actually have to go to the title screen because that Gold Chip kicked me so hard that I have to get back to the entries and be late for another one. Again, this recording is pretty much happening about an hour from when the second day became available, so, I mean, I can only do my best. Oh, Gold Chip, help! I'm injured, coming back to another race. Oh, I think this is a repeat then? There must be a repeat. Yeah, it's a repeat. Okay, fun to know that happens. But since we know what happens, we can skip. I'm pretty sure, right? I didn't lose the last race, so this should be a repeat of what I've already seen. Yeah. So, let's not get, let's not go into a coma and move on with our lives. Oh goodness! Again, at the tail end of a sore throat, which is causing me to cough now. But also, just a little information about myself. Yeah, going on a very specific diet for the sake of my own health. That's why certain things that I'll eat can cause me to get sore throats, coughing. Even stomach aches at a time, because specifically I have a condition in which I'm currently taking medicine for. I see a Taiki Shuttle, I see another Smaru, maybe if that's a runaway Suzuka, boy oh boy, might I have a problem. It is a silent Suzuka. Low wits, which will cause some issues later on, but I mean, if she stays in front, not really an issue, is there? Otherwise, looking for a lot of front runners in this lobby. Yeah, a lot of front runners in this lobby. That being said, I saw Sympathy there for a moment, but otherwise, yeah, we're looking at this Taiki Shuttle, just blasting past. Very high power, very high wits, but we'll see. I didn't check all of the XLs, but it's Taiki Shuttle. Her own unique will do the job. Otherwise, I mean, if you haven't already heard it from me, there is a reason to run Gold Chip, and it's because LOL Gold Chip. Now, that being said, I did put a lot of time and effort into getting a Gold Chip functioning, so it's not really a LOL Gold Chip, but still, I've seen the power of LOL Gold Chip. So yeah, this is Runaway Pain. Gold Chip is way in the back, and the two Runaways are fighting each other, which will likely mean they end up just both losing all the stamina that they need. So it's all up to Smaru or up to Gold Chip to proc everything and excel forward. If she sneaks past far enough ahead, I won't need to worry. And also, yeah, my Silent Suzuka kind of just exists to get past as well, which also helps out Gold Chip. But again, in a runaway lobby, there's a lot of ground to cover for end closers. Late surge, which is why late surge or Gold Chip I've seen more success with. Not for myself, but for other people. So, let's find out. Also, yeah, we're way in the back here, but it should be fine. That length looks a bit far, so let's find out if we can actually catch up. It can happen. You already see Gold Chip kind of shooting forward there, so it's a matter of if she. Wow, yeah, everyone is running forward here. Ogre Cap can catch up. Taiki Shuttle didn't apparently get to a good position, which is why low Gold Chip happens this time. No, dodge the dropkick, and off we go. So hey, there you go, and I'll do the rest of my entries on my own. Otherwise, just taking a look at other things really quickly here. As we grab our rewards and move on. Again, okay win rate, could be better, but again, Smaru is also picking up a lot of the first places here, so that's why this win rate is going to be spread here for a moment. And then just to look really quickly, yeah, my career, this is not normally what you would do, but it's what I had success with. Otherwise, weird things can happen, so shrug. But otherwise, yeah, not really much else to say. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, you know what to do. Trying my best as a free-to-play with all the resources I have, though I have made my own decisions that have turned out badly. So, yeah, without further ado, not really much else to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!